Hello to all. How are you all? Yes, I'm doing well and very happy that I can teach you a new topic today. I'm Yogita. Welcome you to this learning session. Our subject is psychiatry nursing, and today we are going to learn about counseling. Yes, you are much more excited to know about this, right? Yes, very good. So, counseling is nothing but it's a helping service. Counseling is nothing but the helping service that we are helping the individual who is badly in need, and we are helping them to solve their problems and find the right solution for that. So what's the definition? The definition says that counseling is a dynamic relationship between two individuals, that is counselor and counselee, where they can exactly define their problems and find the solution for that problem so that they will have a good relationship. So this is nothing. This is what, very simple. Counseling means counselor. A counselor is a person who is trained, who is experienced, as well as who has acquired a degree in a subject. See, everyone cannot be a counselor. Okay, everyone cannot be a counselor. But everyone can be a guide. They can give a guidance, but not a counseling. So that's the major difference between counseling and guidance, where counselor is a person who is acquired a degree in his subject and who has got experience and knowledge to handle the client. And counseling is a person who really need the service, who really want to define his problem and find a solution for his problem so that he can have a much more self confidence and much more independent in his life. Now, the principle of counseling. The first principle is respect. Here, you have to respect your patient without any discrimination, like without any keeping consideration of their age, gender, religion, caste, culture, social status. You have to respect your patient. Respect. Authenticity is a second principle, where you must be very genuine. You should be a genuine person to your patient. That means you cannot live with the false face marks. You cannot lie to your patient. So you must be honest enough with your patient. Respect, authenticity, non-judgmental possessiveness, non-judgmental warmth. You have to give a love and care to your patient. It should be non-judgmental. You cannot judge your patient. You cannot say that I like the patient who belongs to my community or who is very rich, only for them I will treat. No, you should not do that. It should be a like non-possessive warmth. And it should be a non-judgmental attitude. You should not judge the patient based on your thinking, your beliefs. You should accept everyone. You should accept everyone as equal individual. They are your patient, that's it. They have come to you to seek the help. And you cannot say that I will treat only my religion people, only my locality, those from only my neighborhood. No. See, when you are a trained counselor, people really come to you because they are badly in need. Okay. Then you have to accurate understanding of your patient. See, don't make any preoccupied ideas about your patient. So you may heard many things about that patient. Many people told many ideas, comment about that particular person. But here you understand your patient. You allow the patient to speak and you listen to them. Then you exactly understand what your patient is. Okay. Then we need to have a confidentiality. It's one of the very important principle of your counseling, because patient will come and talk to you. They will reveal their very confidential matter only based on trust. A trustworthy, healthy relationship should be there between the counselor and counselee. For that, a counselor must maintain a confidentiality. It's not correct that a patient has told something with you, matter which is very genuine and very sensitive, and you are going and telling with others. See, this is not a way of maintaining confidentiality. Okay, so you must know that. Then recognize the patient potentiality. You understand what is the strength and weakness of your patient. Okay, you understand what is their level of performance. Okay, what is their knowledge level, performance level, skills, their coping mechanism, everything you have to understand. Okay, so you are understanding the potential ability of your patient. So this is the principle of counseling: respect, authenticity, non-possessive warmth, non-judgmental attitude, understanding a patient exactly what he is, accurate understanding of your patient, and what I said, confidentiality and understanding the potentiality of your patient. Okay. Next, very important that how you will make this counseling, what technique you are using. Okay. Using a certain techniques to do counseling is very important. So I'm going to explain that now. A first important technique is active listening. In counseling process, definitely two people are sitting and talking, a face-to-face communication. In that case, you must be an active listener. You cannot be a false listener. You're sleeping and shaking, nodding your head, it's not correct. You need to exactly listen what your patient says, because in between, if you are on and off, patient may ask something from you where you're not able to answer. To avoid that, you must be an active listener. And you encourage the patient. Encouragement is very important. Encourage the patient to speak up, ventilate their emotions, ventilate their feelings. Any suppressed ideas has to be come out. Encourage the patient. Explore the patient. You explore the patient to the different situations. You ask them, if you're in this situation, how you're going to react. See, when you provide a situation to a patient, when they are giving answers, you are able to assess your patient exactly. Empathy. Next technique. Empathy is very important. See, everyone can show the sympathy. Ayyo, papa. See, everyone can give this. But only a counselor can exactly understand the pain of a patient. Empathy is nothing but that you put yourself in a patient's shoes, patient place, and understand what's the pain. See, that is only can given by counselor. And reinforcement. You are providing a positive reinforcement to your client, a reward to their behavior. You are accurately judging your patient. This is how you are doing. Then linking a patient to a larger supportive social network. See, your patient may feel lonely. I can give you an example. Now you may get one patient who is a lady who is not conceived, who don't have a child. So she is feeling literally low, that she is married, but after many years of marital life, she don't have a baby. She is not able to conceive. Okay, she is pointed very badly in the society. Now literally she is feeling low. Now you can help, as a counselor, you can help her to get connected into a larger social supportive network. Like, you can advise that mother, you can go and visit certain orphanages so that you can do a free social service there. See, definitely a mother, the lady is getting a qualitative time to spend with certain small kids. See, she is linked, so her life is little getting busy now. So this is the way you are linking to them. And a very important technique is clarification. In case if you find any questions, it's better you ask with the patient and you clarify that, so that a patient and you will not be in a stage of any confusion. So clarification is one of the important technique of counseling. So these are the important technique of counseling. I'm repeating the techniques: active listening, encouraging, exploring, connecting the patient to the large social supportive network, empathy, and last what I said is what I said last. Sorry, clarification. It missed from my mind. Okay, so it is a technique. And one more, what you can do is you can expect the patient to give explanation on their perception. Okay, you ask the person to explore in a right way to brief out what they pursue. If you give any situation about their problems, what do you pursue, how it will be. So you can ask such questions so that you'll get a better understanding regarding the patient. So it's very important, a technique of counseling. I hope you understood this counseling topic. Definitely it will be a 5-mark question where you write about one definition, principle of counseling, and technique of counseling. That will really helpful for you to get some marks. But please study, write all these points very clearly with example so that you can do well in your exams. Now I say bye bye, so that I'll meet you again with a new topic. Until then, please take care of yourself and keep studying definitely. Bye.